Who in here is gonna go home and tell somebody about Chuckie Campbell tonight? I hope so. That's what I'm talking about. This next song is called Synesthesia. It's my first music video that I came out with for the album. And it's very important to me. It kind of reps Buffalo. I'm all downtown walking through there, and everything changes from black to white. The idea behind it was real synesthesia is a condition where people have their senses cross-wired. So they hear color, right? They see sound. And so that's something serious right there, right? But I imagine what would happen if our social constructions like race and gender and class, what if those were cross-wired, right? And we got to see each other for the complexity that we really held, and we could respect each other for that kind of complexity. What kind of world would that be like? And I want you to know that we can make it together. Let's drop that. Y'all rocking with me? All right, a little bit louder than that. Yeah. In a field of blue grass, a green stop sign, pouring black rain, glowing gray skies, tiny white lies, a black wedding dress, a world of white rappers and black presidents, boys wearing pink, girls wearing blue, hot with technicolor and incandescent hues, soda light blues over silver black seas, skies of lavender, atomic tangerine, kaleidoscopic dreams in cream colored rooms, slaves locked in chains of red, white and blue, shades of faded freedom burn Sienna through the sunset. This house is built of goodbyes and needles under swing sets. Broken hearts and fake friends, PTSD war vets, pushing politicians back in hate crimes and races. Signposts and language and overdue mortgage statements. Liquidator families asking to satisfy housing payments. Throw away a life of savings, a single mother's investments. Send her children off to college, a chance to be something better. Now she packing up possessions in cardboard boxes, whatever. Staring blankly out the window, some moments of help perception. In a field of blue grass, green stop sign, pouring black rain, glowing gray skies, tiny white lines, a black wedding dress, a world of white rappers and black presidents. Green doesn't mean go, red doesn't mean stop. How we learn color all depends on what we're taught. So we walk between the lines, stop and go with flashing lights. In a world full of color, all we see is black and white. Blue, left, right, us, them, black, white, Christian, Muslim, wrong, right, push, pull. I toss and turn in my sleep, during dreams of my childhood, remembering dark streets and friends as the night took. Blue ribbons and purple hearts, black panthers and white guilt. What's written in white ink and Jesus with black skin exists with the dead lives, sleepwalking on pain pills, white powder and dollar bills, tornadoes and nostrils. Divisions cannot heal till people can see clear. For cultural common sense means colors of one skin. Our nation cannot heal to patterns in how we think. See, it's us against us, not us against them. Colorless, lost lives of colorful lifetimes should not leave us colorblind, but show us what color lies. In a field of blue grass, green stop sign, pouring black rain, glowing gray skies, tiny white lies, a black wedding dress, a world of white rappers and black presidents. Green doesn't mean go, red doesn't mean stop. How we learn color all depends on what we're taught. So we walk between the lines, stop and go with flashing lights. In a world full of color, all we see is black and white. Rich, poor, old, young, gay, straight, hate, love, hearing, color, see, sound, tasting, word, lost, found. Take us out, guys. Make some noise for that. Equality for all, baby. Yeah. Vibe out with me. Get the hands up like this. Yeah. Yeah. I love y'all. Y'all killing it. Thank you. All right, so for those of y'all that don't know, this is not my only job yet. All right, I'm a college professor at Bryan and Stratton College, and I adjunct at Canisius. But it didn't start out that way. You know, I come from humble beginnings, and I want to share my story with you. Is that all right? Let me testify. Hit that. Just make sure it's nice and loud so they can jam with me. Come on. Yeah. Sometimes we quit before we know we can change. Once it was hard to tell the difference when I was young and in pain. I grew up straight up with my heart in the game. If you would let me, I can let you see my heart for the strain. It made my mother cry and kept my father enraged. Come on, let me explain. I came up in a place where we were poor and unsafe. I held a gun when I was 8. It was heavy and cold. I knew that nothing was forever at home. It's powdered milk and peanut butter and spoons. My parents argue room to room at school. I'm hiding the bruise. It becomes in and I remember my views. I close my eyes and see the streets of my youth. I might be standing at a distance, but it's a beautiful view. The power lines straight with tennis shoes. The alleyways and cut throughs. The empty 40 bottles on the courts we used to hoop. I see the truth and know that all it tells me is lies. The one that's pulling in the chamber kept the question alive. And when I look up at the sky, I feel completely out of place. There's a God beyond the stars and not just outer space. If you've ever wanted to go back in time, I'm gonna take you with me. I can do anything. If I could visit, I'd relive it on premise. Tell my mother that I love her, help my pops with his business. And for a minute I can feel it and mean it. I'd never leave it how I left it and ended. All the friendships I abandoned, suspended. If I could mend it, reassemble, put together the remnants. If it was different, I could show you how it broke me to pieces. How the moments left me speechless and infested with demons. They got me drinking and thinking. And if I'm tripping, let this song be my witness. Testify to every teacher who saw nothing but limits. Who said I'd end up either dead or in prison. If it's a vision, it comes back to me vivid. I'm convinced by the specifics and impossible fictions. Premonitions with no possible reason. Nothing's impossible. Listen, sometimes we quit before we know we can change. Once it was hard to tell the difference when I was young and in pain. I grew up straight up with my heart in the game. If not for rap, I never know my own potential today. It brought me close to what I want by moving farther away. Come on, let me explain. That's our time, guys. Make some noise if you had fun tonight. Yes, sir. Feelings mutual. This is Chuckie Campbell and the Faction. Please give it up.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once again for Chuckie Campbell and the Faction.